this is what I want you to do in your groups. I want you to look at these passages, and I want you to kind of tell me this. I want you to look at Matthew 6:16-18. I want you to tell me what this reward is. It says, when you fast, do not look gloomy like the hypocrites, for they disfigure their faces that their fasting may be seen by others. Truly I say to you, they have received their reward. But when you fast, anoint your head and wash your face, that your fasting may not be seen by others, but by your Father who is in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you. So what is the reward that Jesus is talking about? Because if there's a reward tied to it, I might want to fast. So this is promising you something here. I want you to tell me what is that. And then this, Matthew 9:14-15. Then the disciples of John came to him saying, why do we and the Pharisees fast, but your disciples do not fast? And Jesus said to them, can the wedding guests mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them? The days will come when the bridegroom is taken away from them, and then they will fast. So I just want you to tell me, what does this even mean?
All right,
guys, let's bring it together. I want to hear your answers, and then, let's see if we can figure out what exactly is going on in these passages. It's sort of important. I feel like if you guys did the fasting activity in Unicoi, then I don't know, hopefully you're able to have more insight into these questions.
I can't.
I don't know, start with you guys. Table 1.
Yeah, sure.
What is this reward that Jesus is talking about?
We think that the reward is us feeling and understanding God's grace and His presence better.
Okay, alright, so it's like actual
It's like
feeling.
in the moment, kind
Okay.
of words where we don't think it was talking about like eternal life.
Okay. So you're talking, it's not like a physical reward, is what you're saying. It's like more like because you did this, you get the, just participating is the reward itself. Is that sort of like what you're talking about? No?
I mean,
Yes?
I think that translates to like tangible things too.
Okay, alright.
Translates.
Nice. Should we go? I feel, okay, yeah, let's do this one now. Okay. Well, what is this? What is this?
So we kind of answered this one first.
Okay.
We went back to this one. That's how we like got our answer. So like, it's talking about like why do the disciples not fast? So the bridegroom is Jesus, or is like they're the presence of God being with them. Because Jesus is like the presence of God for the disciples, and he's essentially saying like the day will come. I think he's like alluding to when he dies and he goes to heaven, then we will no longer have Jesus with us on earth, and that's why we need to fast, because otherwise we don't we don't have his presence with us.
Okay, alright, okay. Yeah, I like how you did see the connection between the two. That's correct. Yeah, that is correct. Good. Okay, group 2. Let's see what you guys got for this. What is the reward? What's the reward? Tell me.
Okay, I just read it. So the other reward for like the hypocrites or the Pharisees is honor and recognition for what they're doing from like people on earth.
Mm-hmm.
But then the heavenly reward for like, people who fast in secret is honor and recognition from God.
Yeah, I like that. I like that because you did see that there's a difference here, and you're able to use this concept. Good. Yeah. Good. All right. Tell me the next one. What is this? What's the bridegroom, and why are they fasting after that?
It was us?
Yeah.
That we were supposed to answer.
Yeah.
Oh.
We were too focused on questions.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We did not want to on
Okay,
questions.
You did good on that.
I already have my response for this one.
Okay.
So basically, Jesus is the bridegroom, and it's talking about when he's leaving.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct. Right. Yeah.
Good job.
And then why are they fasting though when Jesus leaves? Why?
Because they're waiting for his return.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Draw a house now.
Table 3. See what you guys got.
Ours was very similar. We were saying
Nice.
the reward was just like what like the people are looking for when they're like fasting.
Mhm.
So like they said, the hypocrites are looking for like worldly recognition and like for others to think like they're holy, and like those who do their fasting in secret, they're looking for like we were saying like spiritual clarity,
Yeah.
and so like worldly fulfillment versus fulfillment from God.
Yeah.
And then the next one, the bridegroom. We said that like Jesus, like once again, Jesus is the bridegroom, and like when he's not here, then like now more than ever is the time that you need to turn your eyes from the world and what's like very present around you, because it's hard to focus on things that like, aren't like actively with you. So like also we said that like once you don't have something, then you realize how much you need it. So then it's like food no longer has the proper sustenance that you need.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like that. I think you guys had a good fleshed out answer to this one. Good. I think that all of you guys are on the right track. I think in order to answer these questions, you have to look at the context, right? And so here we're obviously comparing and contrasting the Pharisees versus what Jesus says you should be doing. And of course, the Pharisees are what the hypocrites are. And so Jesus says, okay, on this side you have the hypocrites who like make a big deal about fasting, and they want people to see them fasting. They want people to say, "Oh man, you look like you're hungry. Oh man, it looks like you haven't been taking care of yourself for the past couple days." Their reward is that, the praise of man. Their reward is the praise of man. They're getting what they want. They want people to recognize them, and that in their fasting, right? And so that's their praise. They get, oh yeah, like they're fasting, they get the praise of man. But Jesus is saying here, no, real fasting is done in secret. Real fasting is when you don't want recognition from men, but you're seeking God. And so your reward is God's recognition. Your reward are the spiritual benefits that come from fasting. Not the worldly attainments, not the worldly praise, but the spiritual things that happen, which would be like, yeah, more grace, more peace, but really it'd be more like, oh, you get the rewards of like praying and directing your attention to God. All the good things that come from a life with God. So that's how I would just describe it. You have to compare and contrast both of those. And then yes, the key to understanding this is that identifying the bridegroom as Jesus, that's correct. Jesus calls himself, the husband, and the church is the bride. See you guys. And then over here, when Jesus is away, that's when we need to fast. But when Jesus is with us, we don't need to fast because he's there. He's there. Right now, because Jesus is not with us, we need to fast and pray because we need to direct our attention to God. So yeah, that's how you answer those two questions. I think it's important because these are the biggest passages that talk about fasting in the Bible. Whenever people talk about fasting, it's always this. And so yeah, I think it's good that you understand exactly what Jesus is talking about.